Hello, folks. Well, tonight we're looking at a beer called Belhaven. We have and it's me from Louisiana Beer Reviews, and out in California, and originally from Hawaii, is Keone. Now, we thought more people would join us, but after all, to be fair, I just laid this out here yesterday, and it's not really fair to tell people, oh, tomorrow at 6:30 or 4:30 California time, I'm doing this video. Go find the beer now. But the reason I did that is because sometimes I feel like I'm forgetting. Like there's people that will tell me they want to come on and do these examinations, like I'm forgetting who it is. So I just did it to everybody, you know, like acquaintances, friends, whatever those different categories are on Google Plus, which is a little confusing. I just hit it, you know, and if they want to join, fine. If not, I can understand that. Secondly, talking about drinking, I want to bring this up real fast. One of the people that does beer reviews is no longer doing beer reviews. He announced he's out of it. He's out because he said became like had a drinking problem. You know what I mean? Like he had some he drank too much and some bad things happened. He didn't get into it, but I told him, I said, you know, if you can't handle it, just give it up. Just forget it, because it's supposed to be a fun hobby where you try different beers and taste them and see what you think. But when it's a deal where you're drinking every day and you're getting drunk and you're getting in trouble and all of that and you can't stop, that's like, man, forget it. That is no good, right?
Definitely.
And there's another one that reviews, and I have a feeling he's not going to be for too long, because he's kind of telling me privately, and people come to me with this, right? I don't know. I think I know why, but he's telling me, you know, oh, I got hungover again. I drink too much and all of this. It's like he's trying to tell me, what do you think? And I'm telling him, you better watch it, because you're going to turn a fun hobby into a real problem. And he didn't disagree. He was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Or something like that. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then someone asked me the other day, he just brought this up. He said, in a private message, a viewer, he says, do you think alcohol is bad? You know, because people get so hooked on it and all of that. I said, no, I don't think it's bad on its own. It's just a drink, right?
Yeah.
But it has the potential to be bad if it's used incorrectly. You know, as a social drink where you drink it, enjoy it, taste it, and have a good time, fine. But some people just can't handle it. And it's sort of like fire, right? You can cook with fire and heat your house, but also you can burn your house down with it, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that. I mean, you agree with that?
I definitely agree. I actually seen some things on Discovery Channel and stuff. They had this Discovery News, and they were saying beer is actually very medicinal, but as long as you don't abuse it. They said if you're getting a hangover in the morning, they said you're doing it wrong. You're actually doing negative to your body.
Oh, right. Like medicine, right? If you overdose on medicine. So it's like I started drinking beer in 1996, February 96. And I feel better now that I started drinking beer. Like, it makes me feel better. Like, when I drink it, I feel better. But then I don't drink it a lot. People will ask me, oh, you did this beer with breakfast. You must be an old drunk. I said, no, because you got to understand, I'm taking 22 a week.
Yeah.
22 beers a week. I'm spacing them out over 7 days. So, like, if I'm off of work tomorrow, I'm going to only drink 4 beers that whole day.
Yeah.
Morning, lunchtime, in the afternoon, and at night, maybe at 6 or 7. I mean, that is not a lot.
Yeah.
I have people that send me messages saying, oh yeah, man, I drink 4 Natty Daddy Tall Boys a night. And I'm like, I don't think that's a real good idea at all.
Yeah.
So, anyway, enough of that, but it is a problem with some people. But now, this beer, you know, did you do any research on this company?
I didn't have time to do so.
You just tracked it down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The company was founded at least in 1719. What they think is it probably was open before that, but they have records going back to definitely an owner was brewing beer in this place in Scotland in 1719, right? So we're almost 300 years into it. It was family, it had different families that bought it, but it was family owned until 1972, when they finally weren't making it and they sold out to a bigger company. And then you know how that goes. Different companies bought them out, and now for the last 10 years, it's been owned by Greene King, which is a pretty big English beer company, sort of like Anheuser-Busch of Great Britain. Another strange thing about this beer, and you can bring that part up.
The wee heavy?
Yeah, like show people what's strange.
Yeah. Oh, look at my bottle's totally different than yours.
Right.
Trippy.
Not only that, the alcohol by volume is different.
Yeah, right there. 6.5% alcohol.
When I bought this beer years ago, it was 6.5, and it was in that big clear bottle, and I drank it, and I thought it was fantastic. But then I noticed they changed the label around here in New Orleans, and I just said, oh, well, you know, they changed the label, no biggie. I don't really like the new label too much. It's okay.
So that's the new label? So I got the old label?
Yeah. But wait a minute. It's a different alcohol by volume. Mine is 7.4, and this is an 11.2 ounce bottle.
Yeah, this is 6.5, and where's the ounces on this? Oh, right there. 1.9 ounces. 9. Yeah, 9.
Yeah, 500 milliliters, and I got 330.
Yeah.
Here's another interesting thing. Mine is called 90 Schilling Wee Heavy Scottish Ale. Schilling is an old monetary term from Britain, and they were saying that they used to apply it to beers, how strong the beers were, although it wasn't very accurate. And so mine is like 90 Schilling, meaning it's kind of strong, I guess. But that on their website, wee heavy means it's just like a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
Did you get any skunk aroma? I did not. But I have a brown bottle. You have clear.
Mine almost has no aroma whatsoever. I'm getting almost like a dry spice kind of smell coming from it. And then the taste almost tastes like it has a little bit like of a cocoa flavor to it.
You notice the appearance is kind of red, rust red?
Yeah.
Well, mine is coming across pretty strong. It's fruity. It's like really heavy, sweet, almost like Fig Newton ale.
Yeah, I could actually see that, the Fig Newton. I can taste that as well.
And you've never had this before?
No, first time. And I didn't know this existed. Even people I was telling at Bevmo, they're confused, like, wee heavy. Yeah, I was like, Belhaven, wee heavy. And they're like, huh?
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of them around here. They have they're Scottish stout. But the weird thing about that, like if you get it in the can, it's like a nitro can.
Yeah.
Like Guinness. But it's 4%. Then if you get it in the bottle, it's like 7%.
That's interesting.
Then they have their Belhaven Twisted Thistle. There's a whole bunch of them. I mean, they're just a whole bunch. And but they're all really rich and flavorful to me. What do you think about it? Like, what's your?
It's pretty good. The flavor doesn't seem to be really strong in here. It's mainly a sweet beer from what I'm finding. I get that fig flavor, like you're saying, and also I taste a little bit of that cocoa, as I was saying earlier. And has a faint bitter hop taste to it. But for the most part, I don't know if it's because mine might be spoiled or not, because it has all that chunky stuff on the very bottom. But yeah, that's what I'm tasting.
Well, sometimes when they're bottle conditioned, what happens is that yeast will go down to the bottom. Now, let me read what it says on the back. Classic Scotch ale, showcasing wonderful malted barley native to East Lothian, which is part of Scotland. A rich, dense, complex beer with notes of dried fruit, kind of like that fruitcake fruit.
Yeah.
And candied peel, like candied orange peel. It's like Christmas cake in a glass. This is what the brewmaster George Howell says. Well, I'm going along with that.
Yeah, the citrusy flavor is very faint on mine. But yeah, I could taste kind of the fruit, but it seems mine is more subtle. I'm not quite sure if it has to do with it being expired or what.
But yours is.
I can't find a date on this though.
Yeah. But you're also drinking a weaker one than me. I'm drinking 7.4, and you're drinking 6.5. Well, that's a pretty big difference.
Yeah. Where's the expiration date normally found on these bottles? Do you know?
Because I don't see anything.
Yeah, me neither. Nothing on the bottom either.
So, like some beer reviewers might say, put the date, guys. And I can't make fun of that because really he's correct. It's like, how hard is it to stamp a date?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it'd be too difficult. But I don't know. Now, but you didn't get any skunk.
No, no skunk. Just like a dry spice when I first popped it open.
So it must have not been setting out in the light. Yeah, I'm really getting those rich flavors like the fruitcake, the spice, the strong barley malt. I'm picking up a lot of alcohol burn in this. It's not too bitter. But that's how these wee heavies are. They're like really rich and kind of almost like a candy, it's hard to describe. And the finish is kind of wet and kind of a sipper, right? Like not the cleanest beer. It's not exactly crisp, clean, and refreshing like a Coors Light.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Mine, I just keep on visualizing like chocolate when I drink it.
Chocolate. Yeah, I think yours is aged a little bit, but this is a heavy bottle, man. I'm telling you, this is like the heaviest little bottle I've ever held.
Yeah, mine is pretty heavy as well. This looks like big, thick glass.
Yeah, it's like really heavy, not wee heavy. But anyway, you think you'd like to try other ones from Belhaven?
Yeah, I think I seen a few there at Bevmo from Belhaven. Yeah, this drink I actually enjoyed, even if it may be aged, it still tastes pretty good. I would like to have it with like a after dinner kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm glad I got to try the 7.4 because it's different. It's stronger. It's fuller bodied. I mean, you could feel it's like fire in your chest from that alcohol. But hey, you know, we did a lot of videos where we drank the 6% King Cobra and the 6% Old English and all that. I don't know if you were with us at that time.
No, I think that was just before I came on.
But this is a lot different than those, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Still have to try that 6% Natty Daddy. I'm kind of scared to, though. After drinking the 8% a few times, ooh, the 8% makes me feel kind of woozy.
Yeah, the 6% is a lot more mellow. But you could definitely pick up the alcohol even in the 6%. It's really alcohol forward. I mean, it's a beer that is hard to figure out. I can see where it wouldn't appeal to a lot of people. Well, heck, I drank the last can the other night. I really enjoyed it. But it's so different than this. Is a lager, and the lagers and ales have such a different mouthfeel generally, And
is it not quite as good as natural ice though?
No, I don't think it's as good as natural ice because natural ice is like a lot crisper and it's not so alcohol forward, even though it's just a tad below in the ABV.
That's what I love about natural ice. Natural ice and Ice House are my new favorite ice beers.
Oh yeah, they are so mellow. They're such a good picnic beer or a
definitely
watching the game beer. Now this beer that we're drinking tonight, though, I think this would be better as a get-together beer. Like people come over and they want to taste different beers because it's a lot more complex in its flavor, don't you think?
Yeah, it definitely. And given those flavors, even I'm picking up, even like that fig and stuff, and given that richness and that sweetness, I would feel like this is be more of a winter beer for me, like something I would want to drink during the holidays.
Oh yeah, like if you had people come over for Christmas. Now some of my relatives, they're not big beer drinkers. Okay, I mean that is just not their thing. But they would try this. You know what I mean? Like they would try it. Like my uncle, he would definitely try it. He would like something like this, I think.
Yeah.
Don't you think it would be a good thing for people that are maybe getting into more exotic beers to try? Because it's not too extreme or anything.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know some people, I try to turn them on to hoppy beers like the Sierra Nevada or the Stone, and they totally like, whoa, no, no.
No, they won't do it. But this isn't too bitter. It's like more sweet than bitter, right?
Yeah. And it's definitely not crazy sweet like you'd find in a wine cooler or anything like that.
Oh, no. And to my knowledge, they're only using water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. None of that flavors, flavorings or anything. Well, is yours growing in flavor, or is it still kind of like on the?
It tends to change. I'm tasting a little more. It's getting a little more richer to me. I don't see any lacing on the glass. I was kind of looking for that, but
yeah, you can see I'm getting some.
Yours is totally laced. Mine's nothing.
That is really bizarre. I'm starting to think more and more that you got an old bottle. But then but you see, this is the kind of beer that I think would age well. Although I think when you get below 7%, you got to watch out for aging it.
Yeah.
Then you're just letting it rot more than. But you get above 8%, it'll really age, especially in the 10, 12. So, well, when I came home from work, I drank a Bud Select, Budweiser Select. 4.3%. That was a pretty mellow beer. I mean, I was chilling out, relaxing, and that was really perfect for that. But this one to me is perfect for a nighttime, although it's still daylight here too. But kind of an evening beer. I wouldn't want to drink too many of these. I would drink more Bud Selects than these. But
I know
this will be the last one for tonight. But I think this would be a perfect, maybe with some cheese and crackers or some smoked oysters, something like that.
Definitely something smoked I could see going good with this also, yeah. And I don't know if you're catching it, but I kind of getting a little bit of hint of orange peel in here. You get that?
Definitely. Definitely even a little bit of smoke.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And so the orange peel, maybe a little caramel. That candy, that toffee candy? Like Werther's.
Yeah, it definitely tastes like that.
I'll say one thing about this beer, and even though you and I are drinking actually two different beers, I don't really think anybody could drink it and honestly say that it's dull.
No. It's definitely not dull.
No, I don't think that would be accurate. Do you have a Trader Joe's near you?
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to suggest that you go over there whenever you get a chance and check around. The closest one we have is in Baton Rouge, which is about 50 miles from me. So it's not like I'm running to Baton Rouge all the time. But there's a beer they sell there in a clear bottle. And it's the same shape bottle you have, and it's called the King's English. And it's from the same company. And it's kind of rich like this, although it's, I think, a little milder. I would recommend getting that. And in fact, I would recommend checking out all of those. Not just the Belhaven beers, but the Greene King beers. There's a Greene King IPA from England. There's Greene King Old Speckled Hen. That's from Moreland, but I think they're owned by Greene King. Old Speckled Hen, Golden Hen. There's a whole line of them. I mean, they're all kind of the same, but they're all different. They have like little peculiarities. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really down for that. I just hope the next one I buy is a little price friendly than this one. This cost me $7.
What?
Yeah, $7.
Oh no, that's outrageous. I think around here would be $3.99. That's craziness. Yeah, this one here, I think this one here was like $1.75. Something like that. And there's two of them. They had the Wee Heavy, and there was another one called it might have been the Stout. I don't know. I have to go back. I think I need to go back over there this weekend and really check out that place and really load up. So you think I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else. Nobody else joined us, but I'm not like depressed about that. I mean, after all, you invite people just a day before. You can't expect much. But you think our group that normally meets on Wednesday night would be interested in doing some more English beers, like?
Yeah, I think some of them will, but I don't know if everybody can get it. But that's the only thing. I know Chris, for example, he always tells me he doesn't really have the money to be forking out on more upper class kind of beers because he tends to drink 40 ounces and those tall boys, tall cans. Yeah. But for the rest, I'm pretty sure, especially Beer Cub, I could see Beer Cub definitely going for that because I know he's more into those kind of beers.
Yeah, and we're doing the Samuel Adams Boston Ale, and then the next week the cream stout. You know, people have said, well, why don't y'all review a bunch of really high quality craft beers? Well, there's a reason for that. Everybody in the group cannot get all the beers.
Yeah.
So what's the point of doing a beer that 3 people can get? Secondly, everybody doesn't have, you know, a great job and is swimming in money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, hey, I have to buy food. I have to get my oil change in my car. I have to pay for my insurance. I don't have time to be going out and paying $7 for a stinking bottle of beer like you did. And I feel bad for you doing that.
No, it's all good. I'm kind of committed. I like to come on with you and just talk about beer. I really enjoy it. So if you ever throw another one out like that, I'll go and hunt for it.
All right. So, okay, now you set yourself up. So if I go out there to Martin Wine Cellar in Metairie this weekend, or if I go to Stein's Deli, which I don't know if I'll make that, and I pick up some of these a little bit off the wall beers, you're gonna try to find them, right?
Yeah, I'll try and find them. I won't go into like Los Angeles or anything like that, but I'll go find it in my San Diego area. Definitely.
Yeah, but of course also, yeah, I mean, these are fun to look at because it's not like every Wednesday night we want to get on there and talk about another light lager, right?
Yeah.
But although those are interesting too, in a way.
I remember one time on the Hangouts, I was talking to a few of the fellow people who do it on Wednesday, and they were speaking that they would like to do other things different. They asked why don't do anything different, and then everybody else explained that because everybody can't get it. But it would be cool to do it just every other week or something, have something interesting, something exotic kind of.
Yeah, it's just a time constraint. It's a time. Oh, wow, I really tasted the alcohol in that last gulp. It tasted almost like scotch. Not scotch. I'm sorry. I meant to say scotch. What's that stuff called? I meant to say sherry, cream sherry. I don't know if you've ever drank cream sherry.
Drink cream cherry soda.
No, cream sherry.
Sherry? No, I don't think so.
Sherry.
No.
Yeah, like from Fairbanks cream sherry or Taylor cream sherry. That last gulp had a definite. Of course, that's a wine. You know, that's a fortified wine. Well, anyway, yeah. Once August rolls around, I cannot do Monday night because I got to teach that class at night on Monday at the church, and so that would be the end of that. But it's summertime right now. I had a little bit of extra time, so yeah. I appreciate you joining me, and to all the other people that couldn't join us, we understand, and we'll end this review by saying, enjoy all the different beers, have fun tasting them, but don't drink too much and become an alcoholic or a drunk. That's a real problem.
I know, right?
Obviously. Well, anyway. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us.